Welcome, Pisces, to your Astrodice reading for May. I hope your friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. For those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month using only one house of the zodiac. Okay, let's see what's going on. Best message, best house. And remember, there are 12 houses, but we're only using one. So, of course, the other houses can come up during the beginning of the month, and the middle of the month, end of the month readings. Okay, guys. Best message for now. Oh, we have Pisces energy coming out. Nice. With Jupiter in the 10th house. Okay. So, going straight over here to Jupiter. Jupiter is talking about the confidence, courage, self-belief, and luck. Wow. Okay. And doing it Pisces style, your own energy coming through in the 10th house this month. This energy is wistful, endlessly loving, compassionate, and forgiving. It confuses and softens to resolve any issues. So any issues that you may feel like you're having, you can soften to resolve these issues by just using your own inner, compassion that you have, right? So that's good. And then sometimes you feel like you can't because they don't want to participate, right? But I think with the Jupiter, though, it's got this fiery energy coming in with your water, so I feel like something's going to be a little bit smoky over here. Okay, I just want you to know that right now. But it's going to raise that self-confidence and that luck and that belief. Somehow, some way, you're going to feel like you're going to take this leap of faith over here. You can't really get away from the leap of faith when you're talking about this Jupiter energy because it's going to make you want to fly, right? It's really going to make you want to leap off that mountain. And talking about that 10th house is a great house for this to actually happen in. But this is your achievements and status in the outside world. This is your job. This is who you're dealing with. These are your co-workers, things of this nature, right? The relations. Okay, so let's see what's going on over here. Could be the person at the grocery store, the person at the gym. However, any achievements in the status of the outside world that you can see, right? Okay. Clarifying on the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month for Pisces. The first card coming out is the Treasure. This is the Two of Keys. This is the Treasure. This is saying, don't worry, Pisces. Look behind you. There's a treasure chest over here. Just waiting for you. It's almost like you're kind of wandering around looking for this treasure. With the King of Scrolls over here, could be dealing with a fire sign. Talking about that fire sign. Could be a Leo, Sagittarius, or a Aries that you're dealing with. The King of Forces, or the King, of Scrolls, not Forces. That would be Earth. The King of Scrolls. But it also could be yourself bringing in this energy. So we'll look at that in just a second, but it's talking about all caught in the runes. So whatever this energy is that's making you feel like, whoa, right? Like I'm kind of stuck right now. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going. Is it with this person? Right? But you have this, full aspect of this Jupiter coming through the 10th house, right? That is focusing upon the increase of what needs to be done, especially when you're talking about the King of Scrolls. So with the treasure over here, this is just talking about there is something that is kind of hidden through the situation, something that can get you out of the ruins over here. It could be this person itself. So with the King of Scrolls in reverse, this is talking about the analytical thinking, Okay, it might even be talking about the loss of a friend. Do you feel like on the outside world, did you lose a coworker? Did you lose a friend out of this situation? Is it something that can be fixed? Is it something that needs to, there it goes back, there's that resolve to soften. We were talking about at the very beginning. I felt that very much so. Is it something that you say, we could actually resolve this situation if I could just figure out what it is, how I could say this to this person so that this person will listen to me? Because there's no real reason for the loss of this friend, this coworker, right? It might even be a coworker, you know, that's considered a love relationship. But however it is, it does feel like there's some kind of a blockage in understanding of what could be done about the situation. There's going to be needed more clarity to the situation for this to actually heal itself and get back to where the increase of the relationship stands, or the situation, depending on, you know what it is. Okay, so clarifying on the Treasure, the King of Scrolls, and the Caught in the Runes. It's going to be all about, yeah, it's almost like you're kind of losing your impatience to the situation. You're going to have to take this a little more moderately. It's making you very impatient because you can't figure out what it is that I need to do to figure out what this blockage is and how to say this to this person. Maybe you've used the compassion, Pisces, and they're just still not, you know, grabbing hold of this. Maybe you've tried everything and it just seems like it's just going nowhere. Oh boy. It's like I've offered this cup to them. I've done everything and I just cannot get them to understand where I'm coming through. This could lead to some kind of dispute, right? That you don't really want. Caught in the Runes. The more I speak, it seems like they're either not listening or it's getting worse. So definitely, you know, if you feel like in the outside world there's any kind of legal matters that need to be dealt with, maybe you're feeling like there's, you know, it's just, I don't know, there's no giving and no receiving. There's just not enough communication. Maybe they've even blocked you, Pisces, right? To the point to where it's like, I can't get them to do this. Mind you, it could be the other way around, but more than likely it is for you this way, okay? But because it is, you know, a general reading, it could be that you block them. But, like I said, for most of you, it's going to be this way forward. Okay, and it's just to the point where it really hurts. And you're waiting for the perfect timing for this to kind of resolve itself. Will it resolve itself? Because right now in the beginning of the month, it's not resolving anything. It's almost like they won't even listen to common sense. No analytical thinking. No compassion. Nothing. So wanting that good, you know, relations with this person on the outside, it's not going, you know, the way hopefully maybe you wanted it to go in the beginning of the month. So going to the mid-month, clarify on the mid-month, please, for Pisces about this 10th house. Ascending the Mountain, 7 of Keys. The Willow, there's some peace going on right there. And the Summer and Winter. Ooh. So when it comes to any kind of success, let's just put it out there really quick right now, guys. When it comes to any kind of success at work or itself, there could be some kind of promotion or some kind of business benefit coming your way when it's talking about this. So there's definitely a favorable time right now for you within the business area when it's coming to that area. When you're coming to back to this relationship with this other person, it's almost like you're ascending to the mountain, but you're ascending away from them. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like I'm kind of losing focus on you because I'm doing my own thing. I'm not going to even, it's almost like I'm not even trying anymore because I have other things I have to do. So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of like the dispute is just kind of fading in its own way and you're kind of moving away, right? There's not a whole lot you can, it just feels like there's not a whole lot you can do at this period of time because it just increases anxieties and things of this nature. They're not listening anyways. But yeah. But if you're talking about any kind of workplace, in the workplace, it is definitely talking about a lot of success and good relations with other people within the work area and work itself. And there even could be some kind of job transfer going on over here where you're ascending the mountain. But when it's talking about this other person, boy, they're not going to let that person go. They're saying, yes, there is a huge separation between that. But I think it's also you separating them because you're trying to move on with your career and with the things that you need to pay attention to. So there's definitely some kind of transit going on over here. Yeah. It's like I'm escaping this situation because I have other things to deal with. I don't have time to sit over here and try to work this out. Like I said, it's dissipating, my friends. That's all it really is. It's just dissipating. You're moving forward. And they're moving on as well. So it just feels like they're not, going in the direction you wanted them to, but you are finding the peace within the willow tree over here. The willow is talking about a lot of peace. And like I said, getting away from those anxieties or anything that does not serve you mentally, because you have too many other good potentials coming and a lot of high profits. You might even have a lot of big business deals or things with other family members or something. You see what I'm saying? That you have to deal with. Could even be foreign affairs, right? Yeah, you have too many other responsibilities to have to deal with. So, that's it. I'm not giving you my sword anymore because it's just giving me anxiety. Oh my gosh, yeah. So having the clarity and the understanding that you have growth in other areas is really keeping you a lot of peace over here. And you can take these new, business ventures and all these other new deals from the outside world that are going to increase. And actually, it's going to kind of take it's got all the swords over here, guys. So it's going to really take your mind off of this other person who's been kind of, on your mind so much. So come winter, summer, winter, depending on where you are, if you're in Australia and New Zealand, of course, you're in the winter area, right? Spring, winter right now. For those of you pretty much everywhere else, you are in spring and summer. So somewhere between, I'm going to say summertime, because we usually don't go too far. Everybody knows this, right? Very rare will it be anybody who's going to have this happen in the wintertime, because most of my readings take place anywhere between 3 to 4 months at the most. So we're going to say the summertime, somewhere between July and August, maybe the end, right? Going into that fall, or if you're in Australia, that's springtime. But definitely it's saying all of this is going to be taking place. You're going to be very busy from this point on through the summer or through the winter. Okay? That's what it's saying. And you're not going to have much communication with this other person. It does not mean you're not talking to them 100. For some of you, it just means that the way that we were communicating before, we are not on the same page still. We're still, in a relationship. So if some of you are married and you're having some kind of dispute on the outside world, I know it sounds kind of weird, and it could be about work, and it's maybe the problem is that the marriage is interfering with the 10th house. Does that make sense, guys? Because it actually does happen like this. We all know this. If you're getting promoted or you're moving somewhere else and you've had a dispute with your spouse about something, it's going to come into the 10th house, because maybe they don't want you at the gym all the time. Maybe they don't want you, taking on this new job way far away, or joining the military or something. You see what I'm saying? So whatever the dispute is, it still remains around the 10th house. So take that how it resonates. But however it is, the communication and the way that you're committed to this person, and if it's a person at work that you're having problems with, it's all going to dissipate anyways. And you might even be moving to a different location, right? Somewhere else. So if you worked at, we'll just say you worked at this IHOP, you're going to work at this new IHOP, right? Restaurant, right? Depending on where you guys are watching. I know certain countries that don't have those, but, just for that instance, right? Or a supermarket here to the supermarket there. So however it is, but it's also talking about spending, for some of you, it's also talking about spending more time on your religious works and your religious beliefs and your spiritual journey, really committing your faith and really keeping your faith alive. So for some of you, you might even feel like in the 10th house, I'm, doing what I'm supposed to be doing faithfully, because this is what's good for my family, for me, and for my journey, to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. And you might even be doing some faith work out there as well. So there's a lot of things that can happen in the 10th house. I'm trying to bring them all up to light for you guys because literally it's the outside world, right? So if you're bringing, you know, if your other tarot readers or your spiritual guidance counselors, which I know I have a lot of, you could be spreading, you know, this information, you know, through the college, through your center, however it is, but you're really putting the basis where the basis is needed for what you're committed to, okay? So, and this is also getting rid of all these anxieties for you, which is very beautiful. And this keeps you from feeling like you have any kind of troubled energy and really keeping you in a better aspect and better heart for the month. And it's going to, like I said, it's going to go all the way through the summertime. So how beautiful is that for those of you who this resonates with? And remember, friends, if this doesn't resonate with you, you can always watch your rising moon or Venus as well, right? Because I know some of you are, you know, cross watchers or watching your Venus already or however. So you can watch your other signs as well. Okay, so clearing the way at the end of the month, there it is, because that's actually what it is, right? You're clearing away any of the obstacles because you have this overcoming belief and you're like, I want to have this, and you feel so much relief through everything, right? That it's literally clearing away all the obstacles from the mind and from anything that is holding you back. So if you felt like things were getting a little out of control during the mid-month, now you feel like you have your hand on the button. And it's very beautiful because it's also talking about, hey, what about this box over here? Let's go back to the beginning of the month. What about this box, right? Did we finally find the words? Did we finally find something to be able to clear the way? Or did we just clear it away, right? So that we could be happy? Because over here it's saying, yeah, I'm not doing, there's not going to be a whole lot of, still not a whole lot of communication to fix this situation. So I'm feeling like the clearing away is out of sight, out of mind, out of energy with the Pisces, out of the emotions that you're holding on to from this Pisces are kind of out of your mind now, right? Because you were clearing them away. Because it's just kind of, it's almost like it is what it is. Because you're setting your course where it needs to be going with the Archangel Gabriel upside down saying, well, here we go. Right? So you feel like there's still, I'm sorry, with the Archangel Gabriel, there's still some kind of estrangement going on within the situation. They're still not coming together with you the way you want them to, but you're still maintaining good relations, you know, with this person as much as possible. So, but you're making sure that the way that you're talking and the ways that you're doing things, you're gradually, you know, improving the situations around you. So no, you're not still on the same page with them 100, but at least you're gradually getting through it and you're clearing a lot of the obstacles along the way. Hey, at least now they're kind of talking to you. A little bit more than, so like I said, didn't mean that they weren't talking. It just means that when we do talk, maybe we argue with the 5 of, you know what I mean, or I'm holding back, or they want to take my swords, or I don't, you know, dispute. But it does feel like the way you're talking to each other is a little more respectful, and it's gradually improving in a lot of ways. Yes, you're kind of walking through a new chapter within the situation at the end of the month, feeling much better about the situation. Yep, there it is. I'm setting my goals, but I've kind of let go of those situations because I don't want it to completely fall. And I have new inspirations to be able to kind of maneuver through things. And wow, I like that. I like that because it's showing that you're uniting where you need to unite with whatever you're setting your goals and course on. So any kind of confrontations or disputes along the way, you're kind of throwing that away and they are gradually getting better. I like that. But it does feel, I'm sorry, once again, that they're a little still over opinionated. But you already know that. And that's where that estrangement is still coming through, where you're saying, I'm still not really 100% with you, because when we do, we have to be careful of any kind of confrontations or disputes, because it does seem like they're overly opinionated about everything that they want to do. So they're kind of pushy about the situation. So even if you feel like they're more on your page of cooperation and support, definitely within the area of work, you have a lot of of cooperation and support from the work itself, through the promotions, through anything that's going good. Just be careful about that. And I also see a little bit of control from the other person, but that's just because, you know, it feels like they have a lot of opinions to a lot of different things, which wants to keep this situation, no matter what, in balance. On the work front, you have all the work, whoa, wow, you have all the resources, and you're feeling very good about the situation. Just watch your kind of sensitivities. But it does feel like you're holding the pinnacle over here, and I have a lot going on over here to make a lot of money. And at the bottom of the deck, look at that. You're the emperor of the month, no matter, wow. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this, guys. So it's saying you do have the Midas touch when it comes to the work area, and you do feel like you're the boss, like you're doing a great job, you know, being an authority and control of the situation, making a lot of money, a lot of good choices, and a lot of good things are happening. And there's a lot of good gifts and stuff coming towards you. But you still have this person over here that you're just having a hard time dealing with because they're not wanting to come towards you. So I like it, though, that it's not really that it's like you're reflecting upon the situation, but it does feel like they're still a little cold towards you. But you're not staying in your head about the situation. You just know that there's not really much you can do with the Three of Cups, so you just kind of keep yourself separated from the situation and kind of leave it as a, it just kind of goes with the flow, right, guys? Because otherwise, I'm not gonna swim upstream for you. I already did so. So, okay. Otherwise, it looks beautiful. My gosh. Okay, so a beautiful month for you, my friends, and a little rough and tough with this other person. But otherwise, it looks really good. Till next time, peace and love, my friends. Bye-bye.